My video for December the 22nd, 2019 is number 3312. The title is My Struggle Continues in This Holiday Season. I'm sure I'm not the only one who is perplexed by the insanity that continues nonstop in our news sources, including the internet. Yes, it is holiday season in my part of the world. Several of my neighbors have already given me a Christmas card, and I have given out quite a few myself. It's tradition, right? Frankly, I'm tired of traditions, but that's the way humans seem to be, and I don't have that. I just have that the way. I'll fix it later. We are creatures of habit, and most do not think outside the box in which we comfortably exist. Is it really comfortable, though? There seems to be so much angst, albeit just below the surface for most people I meet. Yet, I was shocked as one of my neighbors stopped me yesterday and gave me a $20 bill for Christmas. Wow! That was not only a first, it was totally unexpected. If I'm not mistaken, the man is in his 90s. Perhaps I need to go find someone to bless as I used to do at one time. Of course, there are lots of needy people who could use a little cheerful giving. The problem is, I just don't feel cheerful. I'm struggling, and I think many of my friends and acquaintances are as well. Happy holidays, whichever ones you celebrate. Once again, my friend Aristo informs me that he's still having some computer issues, and I've let it go that it will happen when it's supposed to happen, that I record with my friend again. Anyway, yeah, I have been feeling extremely melancholy. Even when that friend stopped me yesterday and said to me, "Come here." He was sort of down the hall, and he was, trying to be as discreet as possible so that other people wouldn't notice what was happening. And I've chatted with him a few times, but I don't know him well. He doesn't come to our music group, but he's an interesting man. That's for sure. And he always seems to be socializing with people in the community room, and he's an outgoing old man. And I say old man, I don't know his actual age. I've never asked him, but I think, if I'm not mistaken, someone told me he's 90 something years old. I didn't get that from him. It's what somebody else said. But it made me think, man, I used to feel so good to be able to give something to somebody when I used to go out, and I used to have a $20 bill in my pocket ready to hand out to somebody else. But I always wanted to talk with them first, because I wanted to determine that they weren't going to spend it on booze and get drunk, because that's not the whole thing. And every once in a while, even in my walks in downtown Melbourne, I do get stopped, and I usually give something when someone stops and asks for help. And there are homeless people right in the downtown area where I live. And as I've said, that's one of the places I go on occasion for my walks. I go to the park every day, but sometimes in addition to going to the park, I go and walk in the downtown area, where I get stopped by people handing out Christian literature. And Christmas, Christmas is a holiday that is supposed to represent the birth of Christ, but there is no way that Christ was born, or Jesus was born, anywhere around December 25th. It's a time of celebrating Saturnalia, which is a pagan holiday. It's a change of seasons. Of course, winter solstice is the shortest day of the year, and then in the Northern Hemisphere anyway. And that's the 21st of December. This is the video for the 22nd, but I'm recording it on the 21st. So I'm recording this on the shortest day of the year. And I scratch my head in wondering how, with all of the confusion, most people aren't even aware of the stuff that's going on in our world right now. I mean, the thing in the political arena is absolute nonsense to me. And someone commented on one of my videos, "Wow, Ron," when thinking that I was a Trump supporter. And I'm not a Trump supporter. I'm a Trump questioner. I'd like to see some of the things he does pan out. But then again, some of the things he does, as in the video that's just up now, the one for the 21st, there's a lot of things that just are crazy to me, and giving preferential treatment to the Jewish people who, from my perspective and what I've learned, are Pharisees that Jesus called a generation of vipers. And they were converts to Judaism, not even Semitic people. But anyway, there's so much, and maybe sometimes when you learn all these things, instead of it clarifying things, it makes things more confused and kills the spirit of and the joy of just being alive and just being able to interact. I mean, I got to admit, for a brief time, it made me feel good to have this gentleman give me a $20 bill for no reason at all. And I mean, I don't know what his practice is. And that hasn't, I don't think anyone ever did that before, other than maybe my son. I can't remember of any of my friends ever giving like that. Anyway, it's Christmas time, Yuletide. I mean, it's gone by lots of names, celebrated a little bit differently in different parts of the world. But in reality, to me, it's all about money. Everything has always been all about money. That's the control grid. That's the system that we're in. And it's not just about being kind to your neighbors and loved ones. It's about making profit. And there's a lot of homeless people that could use help. But how do you help when there are so many? And how do you screen out or determine if they're worthy? To me, I don't want to provide money for people to get drunk. That's been an issue for me. So anyway, folks, I know I'm rambling, and I know I'm going to end the rambling right now by thanking you for listening, and namaste.